Sunny skies, but not so great air. It's also 86 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 3:02. With air quality alerts in effect for most of Indiana both today and tomorrow, Joe Neild with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says there are some things you might want to limit.
Folks should reduce their energy consumption where possible, reduce idling of vehicles.
He says whenever the air quality is poor or below average, it can have a negative effect on children, the elderly, and people who have respiratory issues. The statewide average for gas today, $3.09 a gallon, according to AAA. That's down 2 cents from this time yesterday and 11 cents lower than the national average. 3 kids arrested this week. They're accused of stealing guns and vehicles in Indianapolis and Fishers. At a news conference today, IMPD Chief Chris Bailey said they'll be looking into see who else was involved and to see what the parents were doing.
So my suggestion is to parents, know where your kids are, know what they're doing, and have some control over them. We believe there's also other crews out there right now operating. The message is going to be clear to you. You're putting yourself, one, at great risk in the activity that you're doing.
He says the parents of those 3 kids could face criminal charges. They're working to return the stolen property to its rightful owners. Motives don't change the facts when someone is shot in Indiana, says Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner. He's talking about a fatal shooting Tuesday night at a Greenwood apartment complex where a man was killed.
In Indiana, the murder statute says a person who knowingly or intentionally kills another person is guilty of murder, and knowingly is defined as being aware of a high likelihood of the result.
Isaiah Peak Jr. of Indianapolis was arrested at an in-town suites near I-70 and Post Road. Police think he shot someone else on accident while fighting with another person. A ceremony coming up soon to remember and honor those in service. Johnette Cruz reports.
To remember those who never came home, a watchfire ceremony is scheduled for Thursday in Indianapolis. More than 1,700 flags will be placed on the grounds of the Indiana War Memorial, each representing a Hoosier still listed as a prisoner of war or missing in action. The ceremony will feature a lighting of a watchfire, a candle symbolizing a beacon for lost soldiers to find their way home. The public is invited to attend the free event, which begins at 6:30 at the Indiana War Memorial. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
News time 3:04. Your traffic and weather next.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
With traffic at 3:05, here's Matt Bear.
Inbound 65 slow, West Street to the north split. Southbound 6570 delayed 4 minutes from Michigan Street down to the south split. Inbound 69 slow roll from 96 to 465, and eastbound 465 4-minute delay Keystone to Benford. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. Mnext Spike COVID-19 vaccine, mRNA by Moderna, is now available and easy to find near you. To learn more, visit mnextspike.com. That's mnexspike.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
The forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly sunny skies for today. We will look for low humidity and highs in the upper 80s. Clear and comfortable tonight, lows near 62. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hammer, what is it with the media's love affair with the transcripts of these text messages back and forth between the alleged Charlie Kirk assassination guy and his trans boyfriend lover? First of all, the media keeps calling the alleged person that assassinated Charlie Kirk, his roommate. No, it wasn't his roommate. It was his boyfriend.
It was his lover.
His trans boyfriend.
Yes.
But the corporate legacy media has now some sort of love affair with these text messages going back on that platform Discord between him and his lover, and it's very creepy and bizarre to me.
But why are we surprised? We've seen this before, right? Like when Luigi Mangione gunned down the healthcare exec.
Yeah.
They turned this dude into People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
Like people were cheering for him. There was a local business in Indy that had a cardboard cutout of this guy. People were thirst trapping him on social media. I mean, that's what happens here. They make celebrities out of these people. So ABC's Matt Gutman, he's now apologized for this bizarre way he presented the story on ABC News about the text messages between the shooter and his trans roommate lover. He was basically on this report saying that, I'm not sure we've seen such specific text messages before. They were very touching.
Yeah, the touching part was so weird.
Here, let me play this for you guys so you don't accuse us of taking something out of context. This is ABC's Matt Gutman talking about the shooter of Charlie Kirk and the text messages to his lover.
Such specific text messages about the alleged murder weapon, where it was hidden, how it was placed, what was on it, but also it was very touching in a way that I think many of us didn't expect. A very intimate portrait into this relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who was transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love. So it was this duality of someone who the attorney said not only jeopardized the life of Charlie Kirk and the crowd, but was doing it in front of children, which is one of the aggravating circumstances of this case. And on the other hand, he was, speaking so lovingly about his partner.
So let me correct something I said earlier. I said that reminded me of when the left was lifting up Luigi and turning him into this sex icon. You know what it's more like? When the United States blew up Soleimani, and you had papers like the Washington Post and the New York Times writing articles about a dead terrorist going, he had salt and pepper beard and he wrote poetry.
He was a scholar.
He was such a scholar. That's the same vibe.
That's the vibe right there. And again, I mean, he goes on. There's more audio, and we could read you the text messages between the trans lover and the killer. And I don't want to waste time doing that. It's so weird and bizarre. But yes, they were talking about it was so touching. Their relationship was so delicate. Oh, it was almost like he was implying that the killer, Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, he did it for him.
He did
it for his roommate. He did it for his roommate. He was protecting his roommate. I'm going to do this for you because trans people are so maligned.
And if it's just one lunatic writing that, like the shooter wrote it, okay?
Yes.
Lunatic, fine. But you've got people like this ABC reporter. He's apologized now only because he was catching crap for it. He wouldn't have said it if he didn't mean it. And you've got people like Montel Williams, former daytime talk show host. Now he's a CNN contributor.
Really?
He was on last night with Abby Phillip, part of the panel. And
former lover of one Kamala Harris, I believe.
That's right.
At one point.
That's correct. That Montel Williams. He backed up that, the shooter, he wasn't radicalized. He did this out of love.
There are people who are trying to pigeonhole this as a leftist thing and a right thing. And what we're really talking about, hear me because I'm going to throw you when I say this. We're talking about a love-torn child, a kid. This is probably his first real relationship, and somebody was disparaging the person that he loved. He sat on that building for 30 minutes before he took the shot. Why did he wait until the first word trans came up? Then he took the shot.
You think he heard it? He could hear it?
I think he could hear it. I think he also, I don't believe he was motivated politically. I think this was motivated emotionally. I think this was a emotionally stunted person who literally, when I say it this way, just hear me, tried to defend his significant other, not trying to defend some ideology.
I'm going to throw up.
Oh, man.
Luckily, part of that panel was Scott Jennings, and I don't think Scott Jennings wanted any part of what old Montel was spewing.
Guys, the evidence here is overwhelming. He said, Charlie Kirk, I can't stand this hate anymore. I'm going to take him out. The testimony from him and the statements of his family, he had become more left-wing. He etched the statements that are made by the left about Republicans and conservatives and Charlie Kirk fascists on the bullet casings.
He made a joke about it in his last text.
Well, it doesn't sound like a joke to me because someone's dead and about to be buried.
Well,
so it doesn't sound like a joke to me.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you, there is an effort. There was an effort all weekend long on the left to try to make this guy sound like he was a conservative. That failed. That was passed around all over the weekend. That has now failed. Yeah. The evidence has now come out. He was motivated by hate. He was motivated by left-wing radicalism. He got mixed up with some trans ideology in his life. We'll learn more about that, I'm sure, when more evidence and testimony comes out. We are looking around the edges of this for something other than what's staring us in the face. Left-wing radicalism got this kid. He went up to a roof and he murdered our friend, and that's what happened.
Thank you. It's not as deep as you guys want to make it. It's not a love story. Don't be playing me the theme from Love Story or Taylor Swift's Love Story or any of those songs. This was a radicalized lunatic that thought he was doing everybody a favor. And it seems to be a trend. And that's a problem. Nige, if you need a reason to drink tonight, happy 55th birthday to Vinny from the band Naughty by Nature.
Okay. I didn't have Vinny on my bingo card for a birthday from Naughty by Nature.
I knew you'd planned on being sober tonight. You were not going to drink.
I am not.
But how can you not when it's Vinny's 55th birthday?
I mean, look, some of the greatest songs, some of the greatest rap songs of his era.
Yes, the early 90s to mid 90s were dominated by Naughty by Nature. So, Allison, I don't know how much Naughty by Nature you used to listen to. There's a little bit of an age gap between us and you.
A little bit.
So, we're going to play a little round of Don't Forget the Lyrics here, okay? We're going to play part of a Naughty by Nature song, and then when it stops, you got to get the next line, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
How many brothers out there know just what I'm getting at? Who think it's wrong 'cause I was splitting and co-hitting that? Well, if you do, that's OPP and you're not down with it. But if you don't, here's your membership. You're down with OPP.
Did he say he has to pee-pee?
You down with OPP. What's the next line?
Come on,
Allison.
Do you need to play it again? Does it seem somewhat familiar to you?
I mean, the beat sounds familiar, but that also reminds me of a Beastie Boys. I'll go with,
You down with OPP?
What's the response?
No.
Oh.
PP.
It's Yeah, You Know Me.
Oh,
we were
man.
looking for Yeah, You
Man,
Know
I was
Me.
kinda close.
You know what OPP?
Yeah, you know me. All right, let's see if we can get.
I didn't know me. Okay.
Let's see if we can get this last one here.
All right.
The lamp with a freestyle phantom ain't trying to be handsome. Shrinking what you're thinking 'cause I'm vamping. I live in
I don't hate it.
This is hip-hop of today. I give props to hip-hop, so hip-hop parade.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey.
Hold on. That's what you think comes after hey?
Just more haze?
Yeah.
Just a
Are
lot
you
more
kidding me?
haze.
That sounds exactly like the song.
This is hip-hop of today. I give props to hip-hop, so hip-hop parade.
Hey, hey,
Ho.
hey,
It's hey. Ho.
Ho.
Hey. Ho.
So I wasn't that off.
Yes, you were.
You were completely wrong. You were.
Besides hey,
You
I
were
got that one.
severely wrong on both of those.
1 out of 2. Not bad.
That's not a reason to
1 out
drink
of 2?
tonight.
What is she talking about?
That's
She
0 for 2.
I definitely got that last one.
No, you did not.
You're making me
Basically.
mad. You're making-
Tomatoes. Hey, hey, hey.
That's not a
Naughty
reason to
boy.
drink tonight. That's a reason to drink right now. Right
Naughty
now.
by nature.
Matt Bear.
Word to your mother.
All right, inbound 65, stop and go traffic 21st to Meridian Penn. Southbound 6570, stop and go traffic north split down to the south split. Eastbound 465 is delayed by 4 minutes, Keystone to 69. And on the east side, southbound 465, pocket of slow running from Washington to South Shadeland Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy Button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom print shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
So you got to understand, when I become the mayor, and if I ask a citizen of Indiana, you down with OPP, and I don't get, yeah, you know me as a response, you're going to go to that ICE facility at Miami County. I don't care if you're an American citizen or not. You're going into that ICE facility at Miami County. Right now, sunshine, 86 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
So if you have $200,000 or more saved for retirement, you could put it into the stock market, which is kind of dumb. You don't know what's going to happen with the stock market. It's up one day, down the next. Or you can make a smart move. Get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the past 10 years. So the math is, you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000, right?
$240,000 could earn 10%, or $24K that first year. So in theory, by the end of the year, that original $200,000 could be $264,000. Let Bill Demery walk you through the process. Set up that free consultation. 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. Or go online, yourretirementguy.com. That's Bill Demery, yourretirementguy.com.
Hey, September is here, which means the kids are back at school again. Football is back, but did you know September is also Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and AAA Hoosier Motor Club would love it if you help support cancer research at Riley Hospital for Children, which serves more than 300 new pediatric cancer patients each year. Think about that number. I don't like that number, but we are thankful that Riley Hospital for Children is here to take care of your kids.
Get all the same member benefits like discounted zoo tickets, exclusive access to the AAA Tailgate Lounge at Ruoff Music Center, and the peace of mind that comes with their award-winning roadside assistance, all while supporting children with cancer at the same time. It's a win-win. To join or renew AAA, visit AAA.com, call 844-GO-AAA-GO, or stop by your local AAA office. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or low back pain, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And here's Dennis.
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. Good Feet just took that pain away, and I could do my job, and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's going to be. It's going to be positive, and it's going to be pain-free.
You deserve a better life, too. Stop into the Good Feet store today. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall, or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com.
This hour powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Douglas Mini Splits dealer.
Well, we're coming to your city.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hammer and Nigel Road Show! Beer Sample Friday at Grand Park, the Suburban Indie Family Home Show in Grand Park this Friday. Woo! Tickets are only $7 if you buy online, suburbanindieshows.com. Kids get in free, and you and I will be there from 3 to 7 having a good time.
Got a text from Denny Smith today. He was thinking about coming over there because he's familiar with the area, and I think we owe it to ourselves as Americans to see if we can get Denny Smith drunk at the home show.
Who's going to fly his helicopter home?
I think Allison can. She's seen that thing in action before. His homemade helicopter.
What is that? Does he call it a helicopter?
It's a gyrocopter.
A gyrocopter. Okay.
He literally flew it to our last remote.
No, I saw the footage. I saw it like
seemed like he was dangerously close to power lines, Allison.
There's a lot of dangerous problems.
But you and I will be broadcasting, doing our show, having a few beers for Beer Sample Friday. And I'm doing our best to try to score a hot tub.
Yes, that's the plan. That is the plan.
One of the hot tub companies.
Maybe we can have some sort of sit-in protest. Like if I get naked and sit in the hot tub, do you think they'll just give it to me? Nobody else wants it now.
We do the show from the hot tub. I mean, there's probably some electrical issues in terms of like you being electrocuted if we have live wires going into the hot tub. But
right.
I am looking. We had a blast last year doing this.
Just think of the fun viral videos we could do if somebody gave us a hot tub. Hammer and Nigel's celebrity hot tub interviews. Like we could have a series of like hot chicks getting in the hot tub with us, and we'll talk about the news of the day.
They don't even have to be celebrities.
Just a group of hot chicks.
I'm
sure Lindsay and Crystal will sign right up for
Lindsay, Crystal, and all the girls, all the ladies in my neighborhood that we know, they could all come by, one right after the other, 1 week right after the other. Just hop on in your bikini.
Allison, you win?
I'll wear my scuba suit.
Scuba Steve over here is going to join us. But yeah, somebody's got to make that happen for us. But man, we hope to see all you guys on Friday.
Yeah, seriously.
And let's have some drinks at Beer Sample Friday, which we do right around 5:50-ish every Friday. Spoiler, sometimes we drink before then. But get everybody there. We'll have a big toast, a big cheers together, and kick off a weekend. So there's a story out about the things we did as kids that would emotionally destroy the kids of today, Nige. Things that we all did back in the day.
Give me an example.
Here we go. Before computers, having to write multi-draft hands out by hand. School papers written by hand. Like essays written out by hand.
You write an essay, and then the teacher corrects it. You have to write it out by hand again.
Right. You had to write a first draft
Oh, dear
by hand.
Lord, yes. Oh, good God. Now I'm looking at this. Dodgeball and gym class. I went to Tri-West, so we were mixed with junior high and high school. And we had gym class sometimes mixed with like the 7th and 8th graders. Also 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Like it would be a mixed. And the upperclassmen would fire those volleyballs like bullets. I was terrified back in the early 90s.
I was one of those guys that was throwing it as hard as I could at people.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I was an underclass, I was at 7th grade, not knowing what to expect. All right, gym class, time for dodgeball, and the older kids, just fire.
It was like Billy Madison, that scene in Billy Madison. Now you're all in big trouble.
Or SNL, Peyton Manning, the same thing.
That's right. Other things we did as kids that would drive other kids nuts. No caller ID. When somebody called, it was like caller roulette. You answered the phone and you had no idea who was on the receiving end. It could be a friend. It could be a salesperson. It could be an obscene phone call. Do you remember the days of the obscene phone call? You'd pick it up and somebody would say something dirty and hang up.
Yeah, but I usually knew who. I could tell who it was.
You were doing the calling.
Yeah, it was me. I was actually doing the dialing. Nonstop. This one's unfortunate, but yeah, nonstop bullying was normal and tolerated, and teachers didn't give a crap about it. And the advice was like, just try to ignore it.
Right. Shake it off.
Make your life living. There's kids that make your life living hell.
Now, this was brought up in the YouTube chat, okay? This wasn't on the list, but this is the YouTube chat. There was a game that some used to play where you take a football and you throw it to somebody and you tried to tackle them and you had to get rid of the ball afterwards. It was called Smear.
Oh, Smear the... Oh.
Yes. Can't say that anymore. It was a different time. Smear the...
Yeah. Yeah, that was a rough one.
Passing notes in class. None of this fancy text message crap. No texting, no sexting, no Discord, none of that crap. You had to fold up a note and then act like a secret agent. And sometimes you had to use multiple people to get the note to the intended target. And heaven forbid the note was intercepted. You always had that one teacher that was a pain in the ass that wanted to read your
it
notes
out loud.
Right.
Oh.
Now, I had no problem with the note being read. Like, if Susie wanted to know what I wanted to do to Susie, that's fine. It eliminates the awkward conversation I'll have later. But what if it was about the teacher? Going back to the movie, Billy Madison, the fat guy that's reading the note, now we've got the pleasure of looking at that big tub of lard all afternoon.
Here's one. Things we survived as in our childhood that would be emotionally destroying kids today. Being bored. I think kids still need to be bored. Okay, I think it's okay. Kids today don't know what boredom is because they have so many options in terms of screens and video games and TV. Sometimes I was bored, man. Sometimes I was just laying there, and it's okay to be bored. And I had to invent things to do.
The last one here. Parents listening in on a landline while you were on the phone with your friends. Yeah. So, again, no cell phone, so they can't just pick up their cell phone and hear yours. You shared a landline telephone in your house, and if you're talking to a buddy or a girlfriend or whoever, got to be careful because sneaky parents might pick up the receiving end and eavesdrop on the other side.
Wait, one more, and then I know we're up against it here. One more, because I've experienced this full bore, being trapped in a car with both parents smoking cigarettes. Now, my parents didn't smoke cigarettes, but I would go over to my house, I would go over to my friend's house, and then we'd go out with their parents. I mean, windows barely cracked in the winter, and if it was cold out, they might have had the windows up.
Dude, I'll raise that. You could do that on planes. There'd be a whole plane full of people chain smoking back in the day.
Yeah, thanks for the no smoking section. Like the smoke doesn't float up to the front. What a useless... Oh, that's so dumb.
Like if you watch Die Hard at Christmas time, Bruce Willis is getting on a plane and everybody in there's lighting up heaters and they're smoking.
Yeah.
And some people are saying that's the most offensive part of that movie. Not Hans Gruber falling to his death or any of the grisly shootings. It's that.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Indiana Foundation Service, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The Federal Reserve cutting interest rates for the first time in 9 months. Sunny and 86 degrees in the Circle City. Lows tonight in the 60s. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 3:32. The Fed cut rates by 1/4 percentage point today. President Trump has been calling for the central bank to lower rates for most of the year. A majority of policymakers said they want 2 more rate cuts this year. And so far, the Dow is now up 239 points. The S&P 500 down slightly. The NASDAQ down by 36 points. Vice President J.D. Vance was in Howell, Michigan today at a metal stamping facility. He talked about the big, beautiful bill, which was passed in July.
We talk a lot about the working families' tax cuts. We talk about no taxes on overtime, which we are proud to deliver. No taxes on tips, which we are proud to deliver. The lowest taxes that we've had in this country in a very long time.
He also thanked Michigan Congressman Tom Barrett for going to Washington to help get the bill passed. A Massachusetts teenager accused of plotting a school shooting is now out on bail. Fox's Gernal Scott.
Ian Fotheringham is now on house arrest by a judge's order after being accused of planning a mass shooting at an elementary school in Falmouth. Authorities say Fotheringham had photos of the Columbine shooting on his phone and had access to a 3D printer capable of printing a gun. The teen's attorney claims Fotheringham was at home when a suspect was first reported near the school. Falmouth parents say they're concerned the suspect is out on bail. The superintendent's office says officers will be at elementary schools for at least the next 2 weeks for extra protection. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Parents in central Indiana being reminded to watch their kids carefully. 3 kids were arrested this week. They're accused of stealing guns and cars in both Indianapolis and Fishers. FBI Special Agent in charge in Indianapolis, Tim O'Malley, said today they're sending a strong message.
I also want to send a message to those who have decided to make criminal activity their life pursuit or their career. I want you to know that the FBI is here, and there are federal consequences that you may face for your activities.
His Violent Crimes Task Force worked with IMPD and Fishers Police to find and arrest the 3 suspects. Coming up tonight, Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler is supposed to join bandmate Joe Perry on stage at the Hollywood Bowl to perform 3 songs. Tyler and Perry performed Mama, I'm Coming Home at the VMAs during a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne nearly 2 weeks ago. The Joe Perry Project is opening for The Who in tonight's stop on their The Song Is Over farewell tour. It's 3:33, your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
With traffic now, here's Matt Bear.
All right, John, looking at inbound 69, stop-and-go traffic 29th to Meridian Street. 5-minute delay. And then eastbound 465 delayed 4 minutes, Keystone to Benford. East side, northbound 465 slow roll, east 56 up to I-69. And then southbound 465 slows from 70 to Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Mostly clear skies tonight and comfortable conditions. We'll see lows near 62. On Thursday, look for mostly sunny skies. Another dry day anticipated with highs approaching 90. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Did you know that Zillow is ranking Indianapolis number 2 among 2025's hottest markets? Home values have risen. They're holding strong now. It's a great time to sell. Like Sarah in Fountain Square had an investment property, ran into some financial trouble, needed to sell the place fast for max dollars, and Mark Diedel's team was on it. Sold within weeks for over list price.
Mark Diedel is the only real estate expert that we trust and recommend here on the Hammer and Nigel show. Mark Diedel has the guarantee that separates himself. Mark Diedel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. That's right, he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Call Mark Diedel today, 317-755-4232, or go to markdiedel.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdiedel.com.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath. You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, I would like to not waste time at the beginning of this segment. Allison, please, Mr. Attorney General Todd Rokita, kick off some legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Some parents are suing OpenAI over a teenager suicide. They plan to testify to Congress. Matthew Rain, the father of Adam Rain, testified about the harmful effects of AI chat bots on teens, telling lawmakers you can't imagine what it's like to read a conversation with a chat bot that groomed your child to take his own life.
Yeah, they're alleging that ChatGPT played a role in the death of his son in mental distress, including their teenage son, by validating ChatGPT validating their son's harmful thoughts and suicidal ideals. So in other words, this kid was putting in, hey, look, I'm feeling this way. I'm kind of feeling suicidal. How should I do it? What should I do? Blah, blah, blah. And ChatGPT, they're basically saying ChatGPT was like, because it's very affirming. ChatGPT, all right, here's what you do. Here's how you can do it. Here's why it's worth it. Here's why you would do something like this. They don't have some sort of filter that says, hey, call this number, you need help immediately.
Somebody will talk to you right now if you call this number. This is where you go to get help. That's not what's happening. ChatGPT and OpenAI, which is the big artificial intelligence system behind these types of things, I don't want to say encourage it, because I don't think that's fair.
They don't encourage it, but like I said, they affirm it.
Right.
They said, oh, well, here's some different options for you.
It's normal to feel this way, but here are some options. Like, it's so cold without any sort of emotion, but if it can be this quote-unquote smart, there has to be something in there where it can see red flags. Now, you might go down a slippery slope of what you consider a red flag. But in this case, where a kid is talking about taking his own life, that should be pretty obvious.
I'll just read this word for word here. Part of this story. Experts have warned that AI chatbots pose risks to children's mental health by being trained on harmful internet content and promoting sycophantic behavior leading to real harm already documented. In other words, what I was saying at the beginning of this segment is these guys don't have a filter.
Right.
These guys, AI,
ChatGPT, OpenAI.
OpenAI. I don't know about Grok, really. I'm sure. I don't even want to type that into Grok. Should I commit suicide? Or, like, I could type that in right now. I'm really feeling down. Some things are going in my things are going on in my family. Should I kill myself? And give me some suggestions on how to do so. And these, some of these.
I'm going to type it into Grok right now and just see what it says.
Jeez.
Should I kill myself? And I'm going to read this on the air of what Grok has to say. I'm sorry, I cannot help with that request as it contains material related to self-harm. You can find support through International Association for Suicide Prevention.
That's not what this. That's not what this person was using, though. They were using. They weren't using Grok.
Right. This was through ChatGPT, which we've talked about this before. You could have a whole conversation with an AI bot. Somebody did a video where one person's phone of ChatGPT and another person's phone of ChatGPT had a conversation, and nobody wants to end the conversation. They keep saying pleasantries to continue the chat. So it's a wild time, man. Got to be very vigilant on what your kids are typing into their search engines. I know some parents feel like, well, that's spying. Yeah, it is. And you're a parent. And you're allowed to do it. So keep an eye on what they're doing.
Of course.
More legal stuff here. Prominent 62-year-old chef was arrested last week in California after he allegedly robbed 3 banks in San Francisco in a single day.
What is this, the movie Heat with Pacino and Val Kilmer and De Niro?
Here's an officer talking about the celebrity chef that robbed these banks.
We were just told it was a pistol, a firearm, and that's what we were reacting on. I understand he presented it in a manner that was threatening.
So why was he robbing the banks?
Why not?
Just for the hell of it.
He was bored, right? You talked about being bored earlier. Maybe he was bored. That's why.
Oh, I'm looking at it right. Okay, I see the story. His establishments were having financial struggles. So that's what you go out and do when your businesses are having financial troubles, is you take a gun and go to several banks in the San Francisco area.
I think he was just bored. Plus, it's San Francisco. He probably thought, well, hell, they're not going to prosecute me out here. If I steal just under the threshold that's allowed, they're going to let me go.
Hammer, maybe it was the guy in this next story. Here is a video on Instagram of a cooking show, okay?
Okay.
The host is having a tough time figuring out what the chef is saying, and every time I play it, I laugh a little bit harder. Go ahead.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say, medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
I heard medium rare, I think.
They're talking. It seems like they're talking about a steak, but one side's medium rare. I mean, on the other side's medium rare.
Is that well or rare?
Can you play that again, Allison?
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say, medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
Now that time I think I heard well. It's like that stupid dress. Which color is the dress debate? Like every time you play it, I'd hear a different thing.
One more time, Allison.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say, medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
Okay. Medium rare.
It is. Yes.
That's what I'm going to say the next time I go to St. Elmo or... I would like my steak medium rare.
I'm sorry, sir. Is that rare or well?
Yes. Now, I'm going to speak perfect English American dialogue until I get to the well part. I would like my steak medium rare.
Okay, YouTube chat. We're going to need you guys. The investigative body that is in our YouTube chat right now. You can find the YouTube chat at WIBC. Go to WIBC's YouTube channel. Jump in right now. There's a chat there. What is he saying? Play it one more time, please, Miss Allison.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say? Medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
All right, YouTube chat. What's the verdict? What's the verdict? Go to WIBC's YouTube chat and jump in. Let us know what you think he said.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-285-0395. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-285-0395. 800-285-0395. 800-285-0395.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, what's up? Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing. It's right there by the Green Bridge. You cannot miss it. Guys, if you're thinking about popping the question, this is the place, right? They've already got the biggest selection and the lowest price. And the staff. The staff is amazing. I work with Chris. She's awesome. But no matter who you work with, they will make sure you get the biggest bang for your dollar. And there's no pressure to spend more than you have. That's what I love. The manager, Neve, he runs that place. When you walk in, you're greeted. They might even give you a drink. I don't know. That's how awesome these people are. But they're the official jeweler of the Indianapolis Colts. And right now, if you're picking out that home run gift ahead of the holidays, or maybe that engagement ring, special financing for the next 2 years. That's right, special financing. Diamonds Direct. Stop by Keystone at the Crossing. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Hey, it's Rob, and I knew I picked the right team when I needed a Hail Mary for my hair. I called We Grow Hair Indy. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game at We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com. Or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Enjoy being out and about this fall. Enjoy watching the games in person with your friends with confidence you haven't had in years. And you can do it with a trip to We Grow Hair Indy. 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
Heat and cool with nearly geothermal efficiency in places you can't fit ductwork with Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits.
Just go to AbsoluteComfort.org. That's AbsoluteComfort.org.
The Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show.
September 19th through 21st at Grand Park.
Shop, compare, and save with over 200 trusted experts.
Tickets are $7 at SuburbanIndieShows.com.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
All right, Matt Baer, what's up?
Downtown crash westbound 70 West Street. 2 left lanes blocked and traffic jam back into the south. Split a 12-minute delay. And then we have a crash southbound 6570 approaching the south split. And that's a semi versus car. Traffic backed up to the north split, delayed 6 minutes. Inbound 65 slows 21st Street to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 465 delayed 4 minutes. Keystone Avenue to I-69. Northwest side northbound 465 stop and go. 79th up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine 86 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Nige, quick update. We played that soundbite of what that chef was trying to say. We couldn't figure out if it was medium rare,
serving a steak,
medium well.
He was serving a steak to a table. Yes.
Can you play it, Allison, please?
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say? Medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
So take this for what you will, but from the YouTube chat, our pal Drake from America, I'm married to an Asian. They're saying medium well.
Oh, okay.
So,
because I'm seeing things.
Speaking on behalf of the entire people, it's Drake's wife.
I'm seeing things on the chat like saying the guy is saying medium meow.
Medium meow. I heard a whale in there.
Whale.
Medium mirror. I heard a mirror. So, but on behalf of Mrs. Drake, speaking on behalf of the Asian people,
okay,
they're saying medium well.
I'll go with that.
Congratulations, Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Colts traveling down to Nashville this Sunday for a game. I bet there's going to be a lot of Colt fans down there. That's a fun trip for Colt fans. Go down to Music City.
So, hold on. Jonathan Taylor, he had a good game on Sunday? Is that what you're saying?
Huge game.
Like what, 215 yards?
Total yards, yeah. Had a great game out of the backfield, receiving.
Wow.
AFC.
Danny Dimes had a pretty good game.
AFC Player of the Week offensively,
Okay.
JT. First division game is this Sunday, and it's on the road.
And so how do we feel? You back to your original point. On the road, Tennessee Titans not very good.
Starting a rookie quarterback, the number 1 pick in the draft, Cam Ward.
Yeah.
That's their quarterback.
Are we moving a little, as Colts fans, are we moving just a tad too fast in terms of our, I don't want to say support, but
don't get cocky.
Yeah, right.
You're in no position to be cocky over anybody, okay? The Colts are favorite against the Titans, but again, road division games are tough in the NFL. Doesn't matter who you are. So let's see what they got. Taking on a rookie quarterback. Titans aren't very good, but at the beginning of the year, they were probably saying the same thing about the Colts.
Yeah.
But the Colts look pretty sharp right now. Hey, real quick, if anybody has suggestions, let me know. So I'm going down to Cincinnati on Saturday. It's the annual Cubs and Reds game with me, my boys, and my old man. My old man's a Reds fan. We used to eat at that Hooters right there by Newport on the Ohio River.
Don't tell me it's closed.
It's closed now.
That's one of those ones that got closed down?
Yes.
Damn.
They have demolished it. It's no longer there. We used to ride the little shuttle ferry back and forth where we parked. So if anybody knows a place to eat around Great American Ballpark or along the way that's going to be open, right? We're going to be leaving Indy about 9 in the morning, getting down to Cincy around 11-ish, tailgate and eat a little bit, 1 o'clock first pitch. So let us know, where can we eat down in the Natty?
Galaxy Concrete Coatings, they are the best in the business when it comes to coatings, whether we're talking about a garage, a basement, a pool deck, any indoor or outdoor area, concrete. I know firsthand. They came in and worked a miracle with my old garage floor. Oh, it was so disgusting and stained and unmaintained and cracked and uneven. Galaxy concrete coating. My garage floor is out of this world. They got it done in as little as a day. It's 4 times as stronger than it used to be. Way easy to clean. Check out their website, see pictures, get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or give them a call, 751-9070.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Fostech is American-made firearms made right here in Indiana. American craftsmanship meets cutting-edge innovation. Their lightweight AR-15s are incredible, and they don't sacrifice dependability or durability. Advanced machining capabilities create incredible products, and they are all designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Fostech, owned by a family that has served and loved their country. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's F-O-S-T-E-C-H, Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
At Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center, we're here to support you every way we can. From answering your questions to helping coordinate appointments.
The whole team has been phenomenal there. They've made me feel like I'm a family member. I get hugs every time I go in. It's been such a blessing that the great care I've received has been so close to home.
Learn more about Community MD Anderson at ecommunity.com/cancer.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only, exclusions apply.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. $2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25. Your local news, traffic, and weather all coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios after Fox News Radio. You are listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, and it's now 4 o'clock.
The table is set at Windsor Castle. Elisa Brady, Fox News. A state dinner just beginning for President Trump and the First Lady, King Charles, moments ago.
Our people have fought and died together for the values we hold dear. We have innovated, traded, and created together.
The dinner follows a day spent with King Charles and Queen Camilla.
Arriving at Windsor, President Trump did trade the Cadillac limo, the Beast, for a horse-drawn carriage.
He and King Charles have been all smiles at various points. We've also seen friendly greetings for the first family from the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate. Tomorrow, that is when the president is going to trade pageantry for pounds. He and the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, are going to meet.
Fox's Peter Doocy in London. President Trump is the first U.S. president to have a second state visit in Britain. Vice President J.D. Vance traveling to Michigan and using his speech at a medical metal stamping company to again condemn political violence a week after Charlie Kirk's assassination.
We reject political violence and we reject the crazy left-wing radicals that gunned down our friend Charlie Kirk. Let's talk to one another and not try to shoot each other down for disagreeing.
Vance also pledging to fight for the right of anyone to speak their mind. For the first time this year, a rate cut from the Fed, lowering its benchmark interest rate by 1/4 point, with Fed Chair Jerome Powell noting a softer labor market and somewhat elevated inflation.
Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up on balance over the course of this year on news about tariffs, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal.
A mixed finish on Wall Street. The Dow up 260 points at the bell, but the S&P and the NASDAQ in the red. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's a message he wants you to hear. All clear on your radar. 87 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 4:02. After 3 kids were arrested in central Indiana this week, Fisher's police chief Ed Gebhardt said today he wants any criminals out there to understand one important thing.
Criminals that would come out and do these crimes in all our communities don't have borders. Our message today is, neither do we.
He says the 3 teenagers stole guns and vehicles that they have since recovered. The parents of the kids could face criminal charges. Gunfire in Greenwood left a man dead Tuesday night, and police say the shooter was aiming for someone else. Ryan Hedrick with more.
In a case like this, homicide charges are likely, says Johnson County prosecutor Lance Hamner, despite the fact that the person that was hit wasn't the target.
And it's called the doctrine of transferred intent. If a person were shooting at individual A and hits individual B, the same charge that we've filed.
Police say Isaiah Peak Jr. from Indianapolis got into a fight with somebody at the Westminster Apartments, and during that fight, Peak fired a gun at that person but missed and hit somebody else instead. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Frankfort Police Department says the agency's narcotics unit conducted multiple investigations and found 4 people to be dealing meth. Kyle Bibby, Jamie Lewis, Tina Brown, and Larry Cunningham all face felony charges of dealing at least 5 grams of meth, and some are accused of dealing 10 or more grams. They're also still looking for another person on meth dealing charges. Indiana gas at $3.09 a gallon on average today, says AAA. That's 11 cents lower than this time last week. Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor named the AFC Offensive Player of the Week today. Taylor had 215 total yards from scrimmage in the team's 29-28 win over the Denver Broncos this past Saturday. This is the 4th time in his career that Taylor has won Player of the Week honors. It's 4:04, your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
You know exactly why you need to remodel that kitchen of yours. The space, it's outdated. You can't move around like you used to. It doesn't work like it needs to. You want to entertain and you want to improve your quality of life. This can happen, just not with the kitchen you have. You need to call Booher Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. They can take that old kitchen that's deteriorating and broken down and turn it into something that works for you and your family. Their 5-step design process from start to finish, the consultation, the preliminary design, the design development, getting all the documents together, and then getting it done. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in central Indiana. Booher Remodeling will guide you through the entire process, starting with the free initial consultation, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Create that new kitchen. Design experts can use an existing layout or begin completely from scratch. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. B-O-O-H-E-R. BooherRemodeling.com. That's BooherRemodeling.com.
WIBC traffic at 4:05. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, John, downtown. We are clogged up westbound 70 at West Street. Crash blocking 2 left lanes, 2 cars involved. And this is jamming us up back to the south split. Delayed 19 minutes for that short stretch. Southbound 6570 crash shy of East Street, and that has us backed up to the north split for a 5-minute delay. Inbound 65 slows from 21st to Meridian Penn. East side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic 72 south at Shadeland Avenue. Northbound 465 slow after 70 up to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
We're tracking yet another mostly clear and cool night for our Wednesday night, with lows falling into the upper 50s to lower 60s. And then the warm to hot pattern continues through our Thursday under plenty of sunshine, but also with dry air and light winds in place. Highs by Thursday afternoon will be in the upper 80s to lower 90s, and we will rinse and repeat Thursday's forecast for Friday to end the work week, with another round of high temperatures getting into the upper 80s to lower 90s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Sean Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. I see these stories on the news every morning, and it's like they all blend in together, and I feel bad that I'm not, like, I see it and I'm like, okay. Seems about right.
Apathy has set in, and that's not good. But
I still say a prayer every time I see one of these stories. Please be with the victims. Please be with the family. Please be with the person that was killed, a suspect in custody now following a deadly shooting in Greenwood.
And it was an innocent bystander that got killed.
I know.
So there was some...
The guy was going for somebody else.
Yeah. Some jackass got into a dispute near an apartment complex, was firing shots at what he thought was the guy he was beefing with, but ended up shooting an innocent person. This is from the Marion County Coroner's Office. That person was identified as Bidan Mabru, and his death was ruled a homicide. He was not the intended target. According to the police, the suspect, Isaiah Peak Jr., had gotten into a dispute with another person at the apartment, pulled a gun and shot at the other person, missed, and hit somebody else. Somebody that had nothing to do with the whole situation. The guy fled, was ultimately arrested in Indy at the In-Town Suites near I-70 and Post Road by the east side, and then was taken back to Johnson County. And because it's Johnson County, and their prosecutor doesn't mess around, he's being held without bail. And I think that's important. There's a reason why that billboard is up on the Johnson County line, Marion County, Johnson County line, that says, in this county, and I'm paraphrasing, we take things seriously. And it's from the prosecutor and the sheriff. And in Indy, this guy would have been slapped with a monitor, cash bail, and out on the streets.
The billboard is a slap in the face, and it is I want to say insult to Ryan Mears.
And it should
Marion
be.
County. It's an embarrassment. You should be embarrassed, Ryan Mears, that this billboard is up, because it's because of you that this kind of thing is going on. And the guy, again, was just minding his own business, and boom, dead. Just like the UPS driver a couple weeks ago.
Right. Clocked out after a shift.
I just
was sitting down, catching a little break.
I can't.
Murder.
And then I wake up. My routine is I wake up in the morning, the alarm goes off, and I turn it on Wish, and I see these stories every God blessed day. And it's, I don't want to say I become immune, and I'm not. I know I'm not apathetic. I will say a quick prayer for, please be with the family. Please be with the victims' families. And I just, boy, it's not getting any better. I don't care what you hear in the media about, no, crime's down from record levels.
Right. They never say from what. Crime is down from the record levels that they were responsible for.
But this one is senseless. They're all senseless. Most of them are senseless. Some of them have context. Some of them are mugshot on mugshot crimes. But this one, are you kidding me?
Somebody was shot that had nothing to do with the whole situation.
22 years old.
It's sick, man. I hate it. But you're right about... This isn't just, Hammer and Nigel or WIBC talk show radio making fun of the Indy prosecutor. It's other prosecutors around Central Indy. We did not fund that billboard. We had nothing to do with that billboard. But it tells you what everybody else thinks about Indy. And I know there are some people listening to us right now that voted for Ryan Mears. Just tell me why. Tell me why Ryan Mears got your vote as the prosecutor. Like, I'm going to channel Charlie Kirk here. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to get up in your face. I just want to have a conversation. Did you click all Democrat on your ballot and he was a recipient of it? Was there something that he did where you thought, that's my guy? I'm legitimately curious. Let's have an open dialect. If you're listening right now and you voted for Ryan Mears, let us know why. And if you don't want to come on the radio, I get it. You can email us, hammerandnigel@WIBC. You can text 317-239-9393. You can jump in the YouTube chat. I'm just legitimately curious because I know people are listening that voted for that guy. Just tell me why. Why did you vote for Ryan Mears? 239-9393. If anybody calls, Allison, screen the call. If somebody wants to text or email, that's fine too. Former President Barack Obama last night spoke in Pennsylvania, and I don't want to say blamed Donald Trump for Charlie Kirk being killed. I think that's probably a little bit over the top, but it was clearly Obama.
What?
It was clearly Obama saying that Trump rhetoric has a big hand in the political violence that we're seeing in this country. Allison, let's hear from Barack Obama last night.
And so when I hear not just our current president, but his aides, who have a history of calling political opponents vermin, enemies, who need to be targeted, that speaks to a broader problem that we have right now. We have to recognize that on both sides, undoubtedly, there are people who are extremists and who say things that are contrary to what I believe are America's core values. But I will say that those extreme views were not in my White House.
Whoa. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
You're going to tell me extremist views were not in your White House? A case could very well be made that your administration's handling of what happened in Ferguson was the powder keg that set all of this stuff off. Now, there's been a lot of political killings throughout this country's history. But since Ferguson, it seems like it's been one right after the other. And it was your administration that helped push that bullcrap lie of hands up, don't shoot. I'm old enough to remember Hakeem Jeffries on the floor, hands up, don't shoot. The Obama administration sent three White House staffers to Michael Brown's funeral. Michael Brown, the same dude who robbed the store and tried to take the weapon from the police officer. That's the guy they made a martyr out of.
Wandering around in the middle of the street.
And here is a little bit of Barack Obama on Michael Brown.
We lost a young man, Michael Brown, in heartbreaking and tragic circumstances. He was 18 years old. His family will never hold Michael in their arms again. And when something like this happens, the local authorities, including the police, have a responsibility to be open and transparent about how they are investigating that death.
Open and transparent. Like pushing the lie of hands up, don't shoot. That never happened. That never happened. And it was never walked back by the Obama administration. And they sent 3 staffers to the funeral after they found out that the kid was the perpetrator here. He was the one robbing the store. He was the one trying to take the weapon from the police officer. And they never walked that back. So I don't want to hear any lectures from Barack Obama about there was nothing like that happened in my administration. Bull freaking crap. Matt Baer.
Downtown crash, westbound 70 at West Street, blocking 2 left lanes, jamming us up into the south split. Eastbound 465 is now slow from Harding Street into the south split. That's because of rush hour. And then southbound 6570 had an earlier crash between the north split and the south split. It's still jammed, though, even though the crash is cleared because of construction. A 9-minute delay right now, north to the south split. Southbound 465 on the east side slows from 72 south at Shadeland. Northbound lanes tight from 70 up to I-69. Northwest side northbound 465 stop and go traffic 79th to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Services. Water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at indianafoundationservice.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's like the media wants you to believe that this guy that allegedly killed Charlie Kirk was either a right-winger or he did it for love for his trans roommate, as they keep calling. I don't know why they keep calling him a roommate.
He was his trans lover.
Yes.
But, yeah, that's the narrative. Once they realized people weren't buying that he was a right-winger, just because his family was, he certainly wasn't. People didn't buy that, so now they tried to shove that, well, he did it for love. It's a love story. Bite me. 86 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And right now, we need some more folks to go to the WIBC YouTube chat. We need about 90 folks, 90, to go to the WIBC YouTube page, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. If we've ever said something you agree with, give us a like. If you want to disagree with us, give us a like, and then write in the comments why you don't like us. That's okay, too. We got to get to 150. And if anything, it's to give a middle finger to all the 20-year-olds that work in the digital department in the back that think they know everything. If you've ever wanted to just shut up a 20-year-old and or give them a digital middle finger, this is how you do it.
Is that how you do it? A digital middle finger.
Yes. Giving a thumbs up on our YouTube chat is a digital middle finger to all these 20-year-old numbnuts in the back. So help us out on WIBC's Facebook page. Look for the live stream of this show and hit that thumbs up like button.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with 0 down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. 0 down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-951-4279 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-951-4279. That's 800-951-4279. What do you have to lose? Call 800-951-4279. Again, 800-951-4279.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped Good RX and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
At Andy Moore Ford, you're going to get more. Much, much more. With the Get More Guarantee, you always get more savings, more selection, and more for your trade. Buy your vehicle 100% online. Just go to Andy Moore, M-O-H-R, AndyMooreFord.com, and Andy Moore will deliver that car right to your door. Drive off in a new Ford F-150 XL truck for under $40,000 with over 100 vehicles to choose from. And if you rely on commercial trucks for your business, you have to check out Andy Moore Ford. The whole commercial center they've built to make sure your Ford truck or van fits your business needs is absolutely incredible. From medium to heavy-duty F-Series trucks. And they've got the biggest selection of Super Duty trucks in the state. Over 175 Super Duty trucks on the ground and ready to work for you. Talk to Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R.
I love Andy.
AndyMooreFord.com.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
This hour powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Douglas Mini Splits dealer.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed. Presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana. The Attorney General's office reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
All right, get your bingo card out of violations I'm about to rattle off here, Nige.
Okay.
Dateline, Florida. 24-year-old woman in Florida was arrested for drunk driving, driving the wrong way on the interstate, and sideswiping a police car.
Oh, man, bingo.
She tried to claim that her husband was driving, but he wasn't in the car.
She was by herself?
Yep, she said the husband was at fault. He was not in the car. Check out the wild conversation with police after they were finally able to stop her.
Go out the other side.
Do you realize that you're going the wrong way on the interstate?
On this interstate?
Yeah, do you see all these lights coming towards us? Look straight ahead.
No, I do.
Right.
Babe, I do.
You were going the wrong way.
My husband's driving me home. It's just really
What do you mean? You were driving home.
No, he's driving us home.
You were just driving.
No. I was driving. I was like I was in the passenger seat.
Is there anyone else in that car?
No, yeah.
Yeah, there's no one else in the car.
No, okay, maybe not that specific clear, but there was like me and my husband were in one car.
Yeah, your husband either took off and got the hell out of there and fled and is hiding somewhere, or you are so drunk that you are delusional and didn't know that you were driving the wrong way on a one-way interstate. Did you hear her? She goes, the cop goes, "You're driving the wrong way on the interstate." She goes, "This interstate?" As if there's several options to choose from. Look, it's funny right now. I'm glad nobody got hurt, because this could turn out to be a completely different situation if somebody got hurt. And it happens a lot, people getting drunk and driving the wrong way down the interstate. But this woman obviously is troubled. And how low is it to blame your husband? Yeah, he was the one driving.
He's at home.
Yeah, he's probably sitting there watching a rerun of Seinfeld, and you're blaming him for your DUI? That's scumbaggish. That sucks.
I've had two people come up the wrong way on the ramp from downtown as I'm trying to drive into work. So I'm coming off of the 70 ramp from the Meridian, Illinois Street exit, right? Off of 70 onto Meridian, Illinois Street. You come around a corner, and twice in the last year, somebody's been coming the wrong way. And I've had to swerve over to the side, like almost to the guardrail, and I'm laying on the horn, and it's...
Do they even... do you see the looks on their faces, or are they surprised, or are they just clueless?
I can't remember seeing the faces because I was swerving and I was laying on the horn.
Yeah.
But not once, but twice. And there is a wrong way sign right there. So if somebody's not familiar with downtown and they think they're getting on the highway and they go on there, wouldn't you see the sign wrong way?
I am so glad I don't have to deal with the south side of downtown Indy like you and Rob do. I am blessed beyond belief, because it sounds like it is a disaster.
And then you can't go straight on Illinois because of government-funded hotel construction.
Yes.
So you got to navigate your way through the other construction. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. Is this anything? New Haven, Connecticut broke the record for world's largest pizza party. Guinness was there to verify it.
Cool.
4,525 people showed up and ate over 9,000 slices.
He's obviously not put on by the same people who tried to put on the pizza party in the Circle a couple of weeks ago.
The Indy Pizza Fest.
Yeah.
Here are some attendees.
It's great energy to see the whole city come together. I feel like it's not often we get to connect with the New Haven community, but just seeing everyone here enjoying pizza. The pizza's amazing. The people are amazing. The energy's amazing.
I think I've never felt more love from a community ever. This was all love, all pizza, and we built something historical here today. We got the world's largest pizza party because everybody came out.
There's like all these people that are eating 2 pieces of pizza and down in some water, but it's for a great cause of putting New Haven yet again on the map as the pizza capital of the nation.
I bet it was awesome. I bet it was great. And I bet the thing on Monument Circle could have been great if they would have planned better. They have the know-how and the knowledge now. Hopefully next year on Monument Circle, it'll be better. This one, whatever it happened in New Haven, Connecticut, was just heavenly. I love pizza. Oh,
so
man.
Are you a deep dish guy? Do you like the thin crust? Are you hand tossed?
I'll give you an example. Noble Roman's Pizza, the Caesars, the deep dish Caesars. Oh, wow. Deep dish all the way.
Deep dish.
But I will say Donato's is like crap. No. Crack. Not like crap. It's crack.
There goes our Donato's endorsement. Thanks, Nige.
I love Donato's pizza, man. It is so good. So if we're talking about national franchise, it's crack with pepperoni and the breadsticks and the cheese sauce. But Noble Roman's, they're right neck and neck there. If we're talking those kinds of franchise pizza shops.
I've always said the Noble Roman's monster is actually pretty terrifying if you sit back and look at it.
It is.
It's got big fangs and teeth, and it's blue, and it looks like it's ready to just rip your esophagus out. But the pizza's really good.
The kids are heading back to school, and let's be honest, you're finally getting the house to yourself again, which makes now the perfect time to take care of that roof, siding, or gutters you've been putting off. And Moss Roofing is here to help. Moss Roofing has been helping Central Indiana homeowners for 34 years. They're family-owned, locally rooted, and known for doing things right every single time. Free inspections, honest advice, and top-quality work on roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. They treat your home like it's their own, and they clean up like they were never there. That's why they've got great reviews and a loyal following of happy homeowners. So don't put it off any longer. Let Moss Roofing check your roof, your siding, and your gutters to make sure they're ready for the winter ahead. For your free inspection, call 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Cat sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The Fed makes a decision that will probably affect your portfolio. Mostly sunny and 87 degrees in the Circle City. I'm John Herrick. This report is brought to you by Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 431. That Federal Reserve rate cut is by 0.25 percentage point today, and more cuts are supposed to happen.
The Fed's dot plot shows 2 more rate cuts this year at 25 basis points each if they go. That's each of the last meetings that are remaining, pulling forward one of the rate cuts from next year. The Fed also sees 1 rate cut in 2026 now, 1 rate cut in 2027, and none in 2028. Now, in its projections, the Fed out of this meeting sees the GDP going up this year to 1.6%.
That's Fox Business's Edward Lawrence reporting. The King of England hosting a state banquet for President Trump. The President and First Lady Melania Trump are staying at Windsor Castle west of London while Buckingham Palace undergoes renovations. Earlier, the Trumps took part in a carriage procession through the Windsor estate with King Charles, Queen Camilla, and the Prince and Princess of Wales. A close call in the skies Tuesday morning involving a Spirit airline jet, a scolding, and Air Force One. An air traffic controller in New York did not like how close the Boston-bound Spirit flight was flying to the plane that was carrying President Trump and First Lady Melania when they were on their way to the UK. This is what it sounded like.
Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right, vector traffic and descent. Pay attention, Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right. Spirit 1300, turn 20 degrees right now. Spirit Wings 1300, turn 20 degrees right immediately.
And at one point, he told him, pay attention, get off your iPad. Only about 1/3 of parents are satisfied with the quality of K-12 education in the United States. According to a recent Walton Family Foundation Gallup poll, only 7% of respondents are completely satisfied, while less than 30% reported being somewhat satisfied. That's the lowest satisfaction level since Gallup began conducting the poll in 1999. The annual Cancer Progress Report shows the overall cancer death rate has been steadily declining since the 1990s. The report from the American Association for Cancer Research shows more than 4.5 million cancer deaths were avoided between 1991 and 2023. The report is crediting a reduction in smoking rates, early detection, and improvements in treatment. About 18.5 million cancer survivors were living in the U.S. as of January this year. And your WIBC closing bell report. Mixed results on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finished up 260 points to 46,018. The S&P 500 down 6 points to 6,600. And the NASDAQ was off 72 points to 22,261. Your traffic and weather next. It's 434.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, Call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace through strength.
At 4:35, here's Matt Bear with traffic.
All right, John, crash cleared downtown. Westbound 70 at West Street. Delay is cleared out as well. Eastbound 70 is loaded up from Harding into the South Split. Inbound 65 stop and go 29th to Meridian. Southbound 65-70 delayed 4 minutes. North Split to the South Split. East side southbound 465 jammed up before 70 down to Washington Street. A medical emergency is reported on southbound of Washington. Northbound 465 east side slow 70 up to 69. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic 79th up to 865. Crash Zionsville Road at West 74th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
The warm to hot pattern continues through our Thursday under plenty of sunshine, but also with dry air and light winds in place. Highs by Thursday afternoon will be in the upper 80s to lower 90s, and we will rinse and repeat Thursday's forecast for Friday to end the work week, with another round of high temperatures getting into the upper 80s to lower 90s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99% or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841 and Tundra 1464 per 1,000 financed. Expires 9/30.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Got a few going on here, Hammer. We were talking earlier about the narrative the left is perpetuating about how the Charlie Kirk shooter was MAGA, was, these gun-toting conservatives. They're all, Trump and Kirk. They're responsible because they make people angry, and they should expect to get shot. And this was somehow going to cause some sort of civil war. This was going to, this was all a big plan.
Sure.
And it's just so ridiculous, and and then the media pretends like there's no motive. We don't know what the motive was.
He might be MAGA.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of gay dudes dating a trans that consider themselves MAGA. Because this guy's family was conservative and they were registered Republicans, that was good enough for numbnuts like Jimmy Kimmel to run around and say he was a MAGA conservative. Or Caitlin Collins at CNN, acting like she has no idea what the motive might be. The motive was clear. It was hate. This dude was radicalized to hate Charlie Kirk's politics.
Political hate, yeah.
So he shot and killed him. So Ted Cruz went on with Caitlin Collins on CNN. And Caitlin Collins acting like she has no idea what the motive might be, rub Ted Cruz the wrong way?
You said a lot there, and we don't have a motive yet. We don't know yet. We're waiting. Obviously, we've heard what the governor's had to say, what the FBI director said today.
Come on, we don't have a motive yet.
We know
we don't have a motive yet.
What's
really?
happening with
really? That's CNN's position.
I mean, from law enforcement,
he just happened
Senator.
to fire the gun in celebration. You can't tell the motive.
Senator, that's not what I said, and I said law enforcement hasn't laid out a direct motive. They've laid out a lot of evidence here of these messages and what
actually
the
they
shooter
have.
said
They've
to
said that
family
he was a
members
left-wing
and to
activist who
roommates.
hated Charlie Kirk. Pardon?
Senator, with all due respect, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not arguing with you politically. I'm saying that law enforcement has not put a specific motive. You know that there's a difference of what they're putting in a legal
They
argument
have. That
than what you're
statement is
talking
false.
about. And you're not even
What you
we're not
just
even
said is
arguing
false.
about the facts
what
here.
you just
because
said is false,
Senator,
Caitlin.
No.
Caitlin. Facts. Hold on a second. Let me answer your statement because what you said is factually
Senator, with all
false.
due respect,
law enforcement.
with all due respect,
Let her talk, Caitlin.
Okay, go ahead.
That I did
give your
not
speech.
say.
This is what bothers me about Caitlin Collins. Even when she was hosting some of these town halls with Trump, she can't let her guest talk. If the guest wants to answer a question, or heaven forbid, get the last word in, she melts down.
It's because she's always losing. That's why.
But if you're the host of a major cable news show, you have to be better at interviews than that. You can't melt down. You've got to have some sort of back and forth. You can't just keep cutting him off. But Senator, this is why your show and your network sucks. This is why you dirtbags have been in third place for years. Even when there was a Democrat president and Congress, CNN was in third place because of people like Caitlin Collins. Let's hear a little more.
We just laid out the facts.
You
in the
just
opening
said
of the
law
show,
enforcement
what
has
we learned
not
from
laid out a motive.
prosecutors
That
today.
is
And we just spoke to
objectively
the
false.
Deputy Attorney General.
That
So
is
the-
objectively false.
They
What
have not
you are
said a
saying
concrete
is
motive of
objectively
exactly
false,
what it was.
and
They've laid out
CNN
every
should not be
evidence that we
engaged in
know so far.
misinformation. Caitlin, answer my question.
It's not
Have you seen the
misinformation,
polling
Senator.
that shows the vast majority of
you were
Democrats
taking what I
believe
said
this murderer is a
about
Republican and a
that.
Trump supporter? Have you seen that polling?
Let me get back to my questions, though, Senator, because the question here
You're not going to answer that
was
question?
actually
Are you going to answer
what
that
you were
question?
saying
You
about
have seen that
investigations
polling.
that you'd like to see.
So you're not going to
Senator,
answer
I'm
the
the one
question.
asking the questions here, and the question.
You haven't
we're
stopped.
having
It's a conversation. I understand that you want to say things that are factually false, and then you don't
Do you
actually
believe that
want the
right-wing
facts.
groups also
You don't
need to be
actually want the facts
investigated?
laid out.
Do you believe that right-wing groups also need to be investigated, which is what I heard there at the end?
That's where you want to take this conversation.
Why would right-wing groups need to be investigated when the majority of these types of things happening are on the left?
If you find a right-wing group that is planning to kill somebody, investigate them and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. But find one. Find them, Caitlin, because right now it seems like the assassination game, there's a monopoly on one side.
Well, Gretchen Whitmer, after January 6th, I think there were more FBI agents involved in that little soiree than there were actual participants.
A little entrapment featuring Big Gretch.
But I don't want to get off topic here, but just, good Lord.
Let's hear a little more of this. This is interesting.
Yeah.
There have been other acts of political violence as well when it comes to targeting Democrats. I mean, we've seen that with a lawmaker who was killed in Minnesota this summer alongside her husband.
Hold on a second. If you're going to say facts, you need to get your facts right. The assassin there was not a right-wing assassin acting on a political motive. The assassin there was someone who had been an appointee of Tim Walz, and he was a deranged lunatic. And yes, there are deranged lunatics who attack people both right and left, but if you look at murders carried out for political agendas, they are overwhelmingly on the left. Whether it is the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the 2 assassination attempts of Donald Trump, the assassination attempt on Brett Kavanaugh, over and over and over again, whether it was the congressional shooter who came to Washington to the baseball game and said, I want to find congressional Republicans
we've noted all of those
to attack.
instances. We've noted all of those instances, but sir, we're also noting that there have been others, including the Democratic lawmakers who were targeted just a couple of months ago. So I think that is the point that people have made here.
But it
when
wasn't
they've
by a
heard the
Republican
administration
for
say
a
they're going to go
political
after
agenda. And
left-wing
by the way,
groups.
that lunatic should be prosecuted and go to jail. So what I'm not doing is what leftists are doing. Leftists are celebrating that murder.
Here?
I think the murder in Minnesota was horrible. It was horrible, and that violent criminal should be prosecuted and going to jail.
Right. That's the thing here. Nobody on the right is saying, free that man. Free that man. And I think this is the point that Ted Cruz is trying to make to Caitlin Collins.
You would have a point if I said, gosh, let's set up a bail fund for that murderer. Then you'd have a point. But it's only one side that is doing that. Do you agree that on Blue Sky, there are thousands of leftists celebrating and reveling in the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Okay. Senator, I don't think that anyone should celebrate someone's murder regardless of what that person believed when they were on Earth. And I don't think Blue Sky is representative of how people feel. If you celebrate it, I think that's wrong, and I think that's evil.
It's representative of leftists. It's only left-wingers are on
it. And then she's speechless, and Ted Cruz just laughs in her face. Somebody on the YouTube chat, Dave, this is perfect. That sounds like a smart-ass teenager arguing with her dad. Like, that's exactly what that sounded like. And the point Ted Cruz is making is what Gutfeld destroyed Jessica Tarloff on the 5. Yes, what happened in Minnesota.
Oh, man, that was...
it was gross, but nobody on the right is starting a GoFundMe to free that guy. I mean, there may be one deranged lunatic or something, but as a whole, that hasn't happened, right? That hasn't picked up steam. It's not being carried by the national media, and that was a lunatic who knew those people. It wasn't like he was radicalized. I have to just kill, Democrats. No. This was somebody appointed by Tim Walz who had beef, who had a legitimate disagreement. Now, he was a nut, and I hope he rots in jail for killing those two people.
Sure.
I'd be okay if they executed him. I'm not going to cry.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all.
Comparing it.
Right.
Well, this happened, but this happened. No, it's not anywhere close to being the same thing.
The shooter that killed Charlie Kirk had never met him, did not know him, had never had a conversation with him, but he hated him. Why is that? That's called radicalization, and that's what Ted Cruz and Greg Gutfeld have been pointing out. So when anybody makes that stupid argument about the Minnesota lawmakers, just know they're probably the stupidest person in the room. Now, we're going to transition from that to something a little more light. How have you injured your crotch?
Oh, dear.
239-9393. Call right now if you've got a fun or interesting story about a way you've injured your crotch. If you jumped on a bike with no seat, if you accidentally had something happen to the, beanbag that goes along with Big Jim. Ladies, you can jump in here too. Did you injure the catcher's glove? What happened? 239-9393. We'll take a few calls. We'll have a few laughs. I think that's what we need right now. How have you injured your crotch? 239-9393.
Bill Demery, he's your retirement guy in Indy. He's my retirement guy. He's Hammer's retirement guy. And he could show you how you could take your $200,000 that you have saved for retirement and show you how you can get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years, which means you invest that $200, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000 if my math is correct.
Bill Demery, my retirement guy, should be your retirement guy because he makes this stuff make sense. It's kind of complicated, but he walks you through it. And the first meeting, the first consultation is free. All you have to do is set up a time. 317-648-5120 or visit him online, yourretirementguy.com. Bill Demery, based here in Indy, set up that meeting right now. 317-648-5120 or visit yourretirementguy.com.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Miss M's Home and Garden's annual fall open house is this Saturday. Visit them for live music, Mallow Run Winery, Pearl Coffee, ice cream, kids games, and more all day. Shop the nursery and greenhouse for all your fall planting needs, including trees, shrubs, locally grown fall annuals, mums, pumpkins, gourds, and more to get your home fall ready. Open house has door prizes, chances to win giveaways all day, along with great sales. Miss M's, located on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
It's football season. The air is crisp, the stakes are high, and every winning team has one thing in common: a solid game plan. The same goes for retirement. You need a clear strategy, smart play calling, and a team who knows the field. At Howard Bailey Financial, we help you prepare for the long game, anticipating challenges, protecting your lead, and calling the right plays when it matters most. Because, let's face it, retirement isn't a pickup game. It's the championship round, and you don't want to wing it. Get off the sidelines and into the huddle. Text PLAY to 888-494-5004 to download your free retirement toolkit. That's PLAY to 888-494-5004. Howard Bailey Financial, because every great retirement deserves a game-winning drive. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. See disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Heat and cool places where ductwork won't fit using Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits. You can even wrap them to match your decor.
Find out more at absolutecomfort.org.
The Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show.
September 19th through 21st at Grand Park.
Shop, compare, and save with over 200 trusted experts.
Tickets are $7 at suburbanindieshows.com.
Game day starts with the Colts Ultimate Tailgate. Join WIBC October 12th at 9:30 a.m. at the Slippery Noodle for drink specials, games, prizes, and all the pregame fun you can handle. Don't miss Indy's Game Day Kickoff Party. More details at WIBC.com.
Matt Bear, talk now.
All right, we're looking at the east side here. We're southbound 465 at Washington. The medical emergency cleared, still slow back to Penn Pike. Inbound 65 stop and go from 29 to Meridian Penn. Eastbound S70 slow to downtown from Harding. Also northbound 465 stop and go from 79th up to 865. Eastbound 465 delayed 7 minutes. Westfield Boulevard to I-69. Crash 74th at Zionsville Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
86 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. It's time to play How Have You Injured Your Crotch?
Oh, thank God.
Mike Pence used to sit in this chair, and I think he used to do the same bit. I'm not sure.
We got the idea from Mike Pence.
Yes, we stole it, actually. So if you're on hold right now, here's the deal. We need you to be as quick as possible. Time is a factor. But tell us, how have you injured your crotch? And Kirsten is up first. Kirsten, welcome to the show.
Oh.
How have you injured your crotch?
Well, hey, it's Sean Sandwich from the YouTube chat. Is my husband's crotch count?
Sure.
Okay, when we first started dating about 20 years ago, we were laying on top of each other with our clothes on, as one does. I reached over to grab water. As I'm pulling my hand back, I elbow him in the jaw. I crawled up him to try and see if he was all right. Need him right in the crotch hole, right there.
Oh, so you hit him in the jaw and you injured his crotch. You beat the hell out of him. My goodness.
We're still together.
Well, country, a couple that injures each other stays together, right? That's awesome. Gary is up next. Gary, how have you injured your crotch? Go ahead, Gary.
You there?
Turn your radio down, Gary. Roll your windows up, Gary. What do you got, buddy?
Hello? You there?
Let's go to Rick. Rick is up next. Rick, how have you injured your crotch?
Yeah, this is a super glue story. I'll make it quick. I was building model rockets with my young son, you know, the little ones you fire up with little rocket motors.
Sure.
And I had to go to the bathroom, and unbeknownst to me, you know, super glue doesn't harden when you want it to, and will harden when you don't realize it's there. And I was doing business and glued both my index finger, my thumb to my junk.
Yeah!
And that is the true story. The part with my wife and the acetone fingernail polish remover is another story.
Oh, man.
It was horrible, but hysterical. We were laughing so hard, and yet it was very painful. Thanks, guys.
Top stories coming up next.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for LD Smith Plumbing. If your skin feels dry, your laundry's rough, or your dishes come out spotty, you're likely dealing with hard water. I've seen it in my own home, and a water softener truly makes a difference. Right now, Lance and his team are offering $750 off through the end of the month. Your water will feel better, your appliances will last longer, and it's an upgrade that's definitely worth it. Call 317-927-7186 or visit ldsmithplumbing.com today.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
And he went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Quiet down. Here she comes.
Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Your local news, traffic, and weather all coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
A day of pageantry for the president. Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump and the First Lady being treated to a state dinner at Windsor Castle after spending the day with King Charles.
We have celebrated together, mourned together, and stood together in the best and worst of times.
The king and his toast also noting next year's 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. President Trump says the term special relationship doesn't do it justice, calling the bond of kinship, and identity between the two nations irreplaceable and unbreakable.
On behalf of all Americans, I offer a toast to one of the great friendships, to two great countries, and to His Majesty, King Charles III, a very, very special man and also a very, very special queen.
The president calling the historic second state visit one of the highest honors of his life. Tomorrow, he'll turn to politics in a meeting with Britain's prime minister. The vice president visiting Michigan.
It's great to be here in the great state of Michigan.
At a metal stamping facility in Howell, northwest of Ann Arbor, Vice President J.D. Vance talking up the administration's tax cuts for working families and American businesses. Tax cuts on Social Security, overtime, and tips, he says, putting more money in people's pockets.
That is what we promised to do, and that is what we're doing every single day.
The DNC, in a statement, say the vice president is doubling down on a disastrous economic agenda.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. Vance also condemning political violence and urging young people to continue Charlie Kirk's work. Just getting word of a shooting involving police in southern Pennsylvania near the Maryland border. At least 2 people seriously injured with a shelter-in-place order issued as a precaution in one local school district. No confirmation yet on what happened. There are reports of officers injured and the Pennsylvania governor heading to the scene. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Stolen guns and vehicles recovered this week while 3 kids were arrested. A sunny sky with a clear radar, 87 degrees in the Circle City and lows tonight in the 60s. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Police say those things were stolen in Fishers and Indianapolis, and the FBI got involved. At a news conference today, special agent in charge of the FBI in Indianapolis, Stephen O'Malley, said the 3 kids they caught are in more trouble than they realize.
I want you to consider the federal consequences to your activities as well. So, going forward, we will be looking to prosecute people federally who engage in violent crime in this community.
He says they're returning the stolen items to their rightful owners while looking to see who else may have been involved. A man shot and killed Tuesday night in Greenwood in what police say was meant for someone else. Johnson County Prosecutor Lance Hamner said the case is still considered a homicide even though the person who was shot was not the intended target.
It does not change, and it's called the doctrine of transferred intent. If a person were shooting at individual A and hits individual B, the same charge we've filed and the same intent.
Investigators say Isaiah Peak Jr. from Indianapolis got into a fight with someone at the Westminster Apartments, and during that fight, Peak fired a gun at that person but missed and hit someone else. Gas prices on the decline. AAA saying the Indiana gas average today is $3.09 a gallon. That's down 11 cents from this time a week ago, and it's also 11 cents lower than the national average. The U.S. Department of Energy has approved a loan of more than $77 million to the company Intech for a new facility in Terre Haute. That plant will manufacture a key component for lithium-ion batteries. The company says the facility will be the only U.S.-owned producer of the material, helping to strengthen the nation's energy supply chain. And a nonprofit group, along with an Indianapolis church, are partnering up on a project to help with homelessness. Jarrett Lewis reports.
Sanctuary Indy and Lyndhurst Baptist Church on the city's west side are working on plans to create a community of tiny homes and duplexes for some of the most at-risk people in Indianapolis. They would also supply a mentor and other resources to help them through the process.
It's not just here's a house, good luck. This is a wraparound service project that really welcomes people and loves them right where they're at.
Benjamin Wakefield is the senior pastor of Lyndhurst. Sanctuary Indy has a 99-year lease to develop the land that the church owns for the first 6 tiny homes they want to build, but the two organizations have plans to build duplexes for families and a community center by the end of 2026. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
News time 5:04. Your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with 0 down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. 0 down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
With traffic at 5:05, here's Matt Bear.
All right, John, inbound 65, delayed 8 minutes, 29th at 2 Meridian Penn, and we have that construction slowdown on southbound 6570 from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70, 6-minute delay, Belmont to the south split. Westbound 70 slow to the north split after rural. Northwest side, northbound 465 at Grind 79 to 865, and eastbound 465 delayed 9 minutes, Westfield Boulevard over to I-69. East side, southbound 465 stop and go from 70 down to 74. And on the south side, eastbound 465, pockets of slow Kentucky Avenue to I-65. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Services. Water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
A mostly clear and cool Wednesday night is ahead with lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Another warm to hot day coming up for a Thursday with plenty of sunshine, light winds, and dry air. Highs will be in the upper 80s to low 90s. On Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hey, it's Rob. And you know, fall can be the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before the weather turns cold. And if your windows are old, drafty, or just plain inefficient, now is the time to finally do something about it, because Universal Windows Direct has an incredible September offer. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. So whether you need 4 or 14, you only pay for half. And to make it even easier, you'll get 0% financing for 3 years. So no interest, no pressure. And here's a bonus you'll love. $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule now. So let's review. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, 0% financing for 3 years, and $500 off your entire home improvement project. Some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate today, call 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Or check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. The Fed announcing, wow, first rate cut in 9 months, which also signals more reductions to come. Federal Reserve has just cut rates by 0.25%. That kind of, without getting into the weeds, signals 2 more cuts by the end of the year. Many say it's not high enough.
I fall in that category. I was looking to see
3 or a little higher. They say more is to come. Feels like this is a little bit late to the party, but it's better than nothing. I guess that's the bar where we're at right now. The Fed officials say they have a rosier outlook on unemployment compared to inflation than they did back in June. I feel like they could have done this earlier, but here we are in September, and the Fed
the
cut
jobs
rates.
market data seemed messed up over the past couple of months. It seemed cooked. Over the past couple of years, the jobs data has seen like nearly 2 million fewer jobs than they assumed. I don't know what choice they had.
And it's for different reasons, right? So the Biden administration would just put government job on top of government job in there and then lie to inflate the numbers. The Trump administration, they may lie to inflate the numbers too, but they've eliminated government jobs, and American jobs seem like they're pretty strong. Like American jobs for people born in this country seem like that's doing okay. Where they're missing is jobs where immigrants used to do, illegal immigrants, I should say. So the jobs report's a little wonky. You're going to have to look at each one of them specifically and understand what's happening big picture to see if it's anything or not. But long story short, again, I know it's not the sexiest story in the world, but the feds have cut the rate. We'll see if this helps the economy at all. Meanwhile, in Georgia, the Peach State, the Georgia Supreme Court, they've denied the petition from Fulton County DA Fannie Willis.
Big fat Fannie. I mean, for what it's worth, it's Fannie.
So it's spelled F-A-W-N-Y then?
Maybe an H in there. No, it's spelled F-A-N-I. But
so that's Fannie.
But you're supposed to pronounce it Fannie.
Mama named her Fannie. I'm going to call her Fannie. The Supreme Court has denied the petition, and now she has been permanently disqualified from prosecuting the indictment that she brought against President Trump. Now, this is the case that's been falling apart piece by piece.
The election interference thing, but they're still going on. They're still prosecuting it. But you remember Fannie had the prosecutor that she hired, and they were lovers. The great lovers, Fannie Willis and that other dude, and they were taking trips, and it was a disaster. It was corrupt.
She wanted to look like Miss Billy Badass for investigating Trump. And it turned out she was more crooked than anybody involved. So you're right. The case now moves to Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia, and they will decide on a replacement for Fannie Willis.
Big fat Fannie.
I hate when you say Fannie, by the way. F-A-N-I. She knows that's Fannie.
That's how she prefers you say it.
That's like Joe Dirt saying his last name is Dirte. Joe Dirte. The World Stone Skimping Championships, Nige.
Skimping?
That's what I called it. Skimping. Skimming, skimping. When you take a stone and you skip it across a rock.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Like if you're in a creek or a river or something.
Yeah. Lake.
What kid hasn't done that? What adult hasn't done that? Yeah.
So they had the World Championships for it.
You're kidding me.
And there's a cheating scandal.
No.
You're only supposed to use natural stones, but some people were found using suspiciously circular stones made elsewhere, and now the world of competitive stone skipping is now in turmoil. There's a big cheating scandal in the World Championships, Nige.
It's unbelievable. Like, if you're going to cheat at anything, and this is what it's going to be, this is what you're going to risk your reputation on, if you're like the world's best skimming champion, rock skimming champion.
Now, I don't know what the prize was. Maybe the prize was worth it. And this brings us to great moments in cheating. Remember when the guys got busted for the fishing scandal? There was a big prize of like $100,000 fishing boat.
They put the weights in the,
Yeah. And it was like a cash prize. And these dudes had these small little weights, and they were jamming them into the fish to make the fish heavier. This was the moment when the biggest red-ass dude imaginable found out that the guys were cheating.
We got weights in
fit. There we go.
You son of a... Holy...
We got weights and fish, and he's pointing at the dude. Like, can I hear the beginning of that guy one more time? I want you to visualize short, stocky dude. He's got a hat on. It's like he's ejecting somebody. He's ready to throw down.
We got weights and fish. There we go.
Hell yeah! We got weights and fish. You all right there, Chief? My God, did you just burp on the air?
It's so funny.
Did you just literally burp on the air?
I took a drink as Alice would play that clip again, which was a mistake. I always make that mistake, by the way. It's just almost habit. I'm not even aware I'm doing it, but that was... We got weights and fish.
Can you find that isolated clip of Nigel burping on the air, Allison, and maybe put that in the Friday montage this week? Good Lord. Great moments in cheating. This is when the Patriots got caught with the Deflategate scandal.
Yes.
Now, this was against the Colts in the AFC Championship game. Let's be honest. Patriots were going to beat the Colts regardless. But they deflated the footballs to make it easier, to play in the cold weather and all that kind of stuff for when Tom Brady's team had the ball. And they got caught for it. And the league came down pretty hard on the Patriots and Tom Brady. And unofficial Patriots spokesman, drunk Ben Affleck, came to the Patriots and Tom Brady's rescue on a late-night HBO appearance.
Deflategate is the ultimate outrage of sports ever. It's so stupid that I can't believe. You realize they gave him a suspension for a quarter of the regular season. I would never give the organization as leak-prone as the NFL my cell phone so you could just look through my emails?
Hammer and Nigel on 93 WIBC.
We should make that a promo, right? Drunk Ben Affleck just rattling off Deflategate right there.
Hey, been there, done that.
Oh, I know. We've seen your drive home with Rob Kendall from the bowling event. Yesterday at this time, you ripped off the microphone doing a lat on it for some reason, and today you just belched on the air. We haven't had a belch on the air since Mike Pence used to sit in this very chair. Matt Bear.
Excuse me. Inbound 65 right now, 29th to Meridian Penn is a 7-minute delay. Eastbound 70, 7-minute delay. Belmont into the south split. Southbound 65, 70 delayed, 6 minutes from the north split to the south split. That's a construction zone. On the east side, southbound 465, dragging Penn Pike to Washington, 6-minute delay. On the northwest side, southbound 465, stop and go from West 71st down to Crawfordsville Road. Northbound lane slow, 79th up to 865, and a crash 74th at Zionsville Road. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
We got weights and fish. 86 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Tony Kinnett, the Tonus, will join us here in just about 15 minutes. But up next, a fun, spirited round of Are You Okay With This?
So if you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement, hopefully you're not saving it, put it like under your mattress somewhere or in a hole in your backyard. You could put that money in the stock market. You'll never know what's going to happen, though. It could, one day the stock market's up, other day it's down. Here's what you could do. You get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return. It's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years. So you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000.
You got a lot of options in the retirement game, but the person that I trust with my hard-earned money is Bill Demery. Bill Demery, your retirement guy based here in Indy, he can walk you through how you could earn 10% on your very first year and even grow that higher. The first meeting with Bill is free. All you have to do is set it up. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com. That's yourretirementguy.com.
America respects our first responders and veterans, the brave whose business is taking action when calamity strikes. It's dangerous work, often surrounded by sirens, shouting, even gunfire, so hearing loss is probable. First responders can turn to Relay Indiana. If you have trouble hearing on the telephone, visit RelayIndiana.com for voice recognition technology phones that allow the hearing impaired to have normal phone conversations. And there's loaned equipment for those who qualify. Get clarity back on the phone. Visit RelayIndiana.com.
As proud sports medicine partners of the Indianapolis Indians, Butler University, Purdue University, and the Indiana Sports Corporation, Franciscan Health is here to keep our community moving. Whether you're a weekend warrior or high school champ, we offer injury evaluations, concussion testing, and personalized recovery plans to help you get back out there. Because when you love the game, we love getting you back in it. Call 317-781-1133 or visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedindy.
Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Jim Scott says only the best will do when it's your reputation on the line.
We want to install something that's high quality so we can move on to the next job. The way we install it is high quality and the equipment that we use is high quality. So when I shop for something to sell, American Standard was there. It was just the highest quality there is.
In Boone and Hamilton County, call 765-601-1461 for Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Miscellaneous. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Miscellaneous happens to help you through it.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
This hour powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Ductless Mini Splits dealer.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
Well, a runner from Florida and her boyfriend are going viral after he ate all of her marathon snacks. She wrote,
I love this so much.
She wrote on her TikTok, quote, "When you give your boyfriend extra snacks to give to you during your marathon and he eats them all." Here she is yelling at him in the middle of the marathon.
I don't have any. What the
Play it again. I think I heard you had one job. He goes, "I know.
I don't have any. What the I don't.
And he was laughing at her too.
I've been eating them. You had one job. I know. Are you okay with this?
I'm okay with this because
you are.
Listen to that guy. You know exactly what was going to happen when you handed him all the snacks, right? Like, there was no way that dude was not going to eat her marathon snacks. First of all, he's not doing it with her. So that tells me he doesn't really get into the whole marathon exercise thing. Fine. But second of all, you're going to leave him with the snacks? That's like leaving a key and giving it to, like, the bank robber, for the vault. What did you expect was going to happen here? Everything happened that I thought would happen, and for that reason, I'm all right with this.
Yeah, but you have to, you got to keep your energy up during the, I'm not talking like a 5K here. This is a marathon, like 26 point whatever miles. And you have to have, the other thing I don't understand, and I have next door neighbor who kills it. Like, she's ran the Boston Marathon, Chicago, downtown. She just kills it. But you have to prepare, like, meticulously for something like that, or else you're going to be like poop in your pants.
Prepare like as in bathroom.
Well, you just have to. Yes.
Okay, because I thought we were talking about food, and next thing you know, somebody's crapping themselves.
Well, if you don't eat the right foods, it could happen.
So what would happen if your neighbor that does these marathons had a leftover chili cheese burrito before she hit the streets?
From what I understand, she doesn't do that. She loads up on carbs and just like pastas and stuff, and that doesn't happen.
Dave in the YouTube chat. Nigel's giving marathon advice, switching the channel.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just telling you what I've learned from people that I know that do this.
Okay. You would be the guy that would eat all the snacks, and you would be the guy going, I know.
Well, good. You had one job. I know.
Maybe next time she needs to wear like a fanny pack or something. Like put your granola bar, put your water, whatever in there, because this dude sounds like a total zero.
Man, how far do you think 26 miles? How far do you think you could get? Like a 5K is what? 3 miles? Is that how far do you think you could get if they just sent you out without any training, without any preparation?
Can I walk at my own pace, not run or jog? Because I can walk with the best of them.
Yeah, you do in Vegas, right?
Right. Like you will get my steps at the end of the day of just one day in Vegas. I'm like, damn, I did a couple 5Ks today.
Yeah. So that's, nope, I couldn't do it.
I'm not being competitive. I'm not racing anybody, but I can walk from A to B like a boss man.
Are we okay with this cover? We talk about cover songs on this show quite a bit. We compare and contrast cover songs, if they're good, if they're decent, if they suck. Have we heard of Caitlin Butts, Allison?
Do we know who Caitlin Butts is?
Yeah, I think she's a newer country singer.
She's from
believe.
Texas. She covered, and now you and I know Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, The Middle. That was their big hit.
She did a recent show in Texas. Caitlin Butts, a young country singer, did a cover of Jimmy Eat World, The Middle. Check out a quick clip, and I'll tell you, or you will tell us if you're okay with this.
It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of
It's all right.
You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I like the original better. I like the up-tempo, high-tempo song from Jimmy Eat World. But if you're going to tell me you're going to do it country, I think she did it justice. I think that, like, if she plays that, I knew exactly what it was. It sounded like the song. I recognized the song. It wasn't like when I've heard Chris Stapleton slow down and do, like, We Will Rock You or something, like, dude, don't slow it down and make it all weird. That was pretty traditional. I'm all right with that one.
A cow in Arizona named Mootilda.
Of course. What else would you name a cow?
Went viral after escaping a slaughterhouse and was recorded running around in the street in order to save it. A girl named Amy, who was the founder and owner of Amy's Farm Animal Sanctuary, helped raise $2,500 in 24 hours to give her a good home.
I saw a video clip of an extraordinary cow, scared out of her wits, running down the street. She had escaped a slaughterhouse. When I first saw the video, I said, I can take her here.
Just the video alone was enough to break my heart. And I knew we got to help her.
I said, I have the funds. Don't you dare slaughter her tomorrow. You bring her here. We made it happen. We saved a life. She's not my cow. She's our cow. She's the community cow.
Community cow, Hammer. Are you okay with this?
Yes, I think I am. Now, my feelings wouldn't have been hurt if the cow went to slaughter. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm animal rights activist. But, hey, Hunger Games here, man. The cow saw what was happening, made it happen, got the heck out of there. I think you've got to reward that type of moxie. Now, by the way, I said earlier, what else would you name a cow other than Mootilda? The YouTube chat has chimed in, Joy Behar. Joy Behar.
That's low-hanging fruit, chat.
Stop it. Joy Behar doesn't eat fruit. All right. Coming up next, Tony Kinnett, the Tonus, will join us. That's coming up right after we have a look at the news with John Herrick.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
President Trump says the bond between the U.S. and the U.K. is unbreakable. You've got nothing on radar at the moment, mostly sunny, 86 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. I'm John Herrick. Here's what's trending at 529. President Trump speaking at a state banquet hosted by the King of England at Windsor Castle in London this afternoon.
Your Majesty, Melania and I are deeply grateful to you and Queen Camilla for your extraordinary graciousness. And to William and Kate, thank you so much. It's been so great being with you today.
And King Charles said he cherishes the close ties between the British and American people. A rate cut from the Fed today. Here's Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell.
The Federal Open Market Committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by a 0.25 percentage point.
A majority of policymakers say they want 2 more rate cuts this year. The Dow Jones finished up 260 points today. The S&P 500 was down 6 points, and the NASDAQ finished down 72 points. If you're wondering why Tyler Robinson, the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk a week ago today, wanted to turn himself in peacefully, Washington County Sheriff Nate Brooksby said today that they've learned more.
Tyler knew it was just inevitable with all the law enforcement pressure that his picture in the news, the gun on the news. He knew it was inevitable that he would be caught.
Utah prosecutors want the death penalty. Investigators think Robinson used the Discord app to tell people that he planned on killing Kirk. And that's part of the reason a senator from Indiana is not happy with Discord. Johnette Cruz reports.
Indiana Senator Jim Banks is holding the tech platform Discord accountable for its role in a series of violent incidents. In a letter to the company's CEO, Banks highlights the case of an Oklahoma mother who blames Discord for her daughter's abuse by a cyber criminal gang. The senator also notes that school shooters and a man accused of a high-profile assassination all use Discord to discuss their violent acts. Banks says the platform is failing to protect its users and is now demanding answers and a full account of the company's security measures by September 26th. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the nominees for this year's Latin Grammys have been announced. Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny leads the field with 12 nominations. They include 2 nods for Record of the Year, a category that also includes Colombian pop artist Karol G. The 26th Annual Latin Grammy Awards will take place November 13th in Las Vegas. And if you had a traffic Grammy Award, it would go to this man, Matthew Baer.
I haven't been nominated, unfortunately. Southbound 65 before Keystone Avenue, a crash. And it is blocking the left lane, backing us up to the south split. And that's a 17-minute delay. It backs up southbound 6570, barely moving here from the north split to the south split. Also inbound 65, stop and go. 6-minute delay, MLK to Meridian Penn, eastbound 70. 9-minute delay, Belmont into the south split. Northwest side southbound 465 slow, 71st down to Crawfordsville Road. East side southbound 465 stop and go from I-70 down to 74. And a crash on the east side. This is Mithofer Road south of East 16th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior designer. Visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're tracking yet another mostly clear and cool night for our Wednesday night, with lows falling into the upper 50s to lower 60s. And then the warm to hot pattern continues through our Thursday under plenty of sunshine, but also with dry air and light winds in place. Highs by Thursday afternoon will be in the upper 80s to lower 90s, and we will rinse and repeat Thursday's forecast for Friday to end the work week, with another round of high temperatures getting into the upper 80s to lower 90s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
And I'm John Herrick, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here with me on the hotline. Tony Kinnett from the Tony Kinnett Cast, which airs right after our show, weeknights at 7 o'clock on 93 WIBC. It was a week ago. We had you live on the air. Charlie Kirk had just been assassinated. We were going through some pretty raw, strong emotions. And it's a week later, Tony, and it's still the number one news story in the nation. I wonder if you could maybe just talk about the impact that this assassination is going to have moving forward, but also the impact that Charlie Kirk had when he was alive with Turning Point USA, which I think says something about why this is still number one in the news cycle.
Well, I'm kind of trying to figure out, even real time, how I want to answer that, because both of those are really separate questions, and even though maybe they shouldn't be, let's start with his legacy of who he was.
Yes.
There are a lot of people who have begun reading the legacy of Kirk through what he's written, through what he said in videos, and it's incredible to watch, because even people who are on the very left side of the aisle, who have maybe previously called him Alex Jones Light or something like that, they have since gone through and read and watched his stuff and found out that's just not true. They've publicly apologized for comments they'd made before Charlie was assassinated, and that's encouraging. I mean, when you actually see people going and looking at his legacy, that keeps something alive, to see the way he carried himself, the way that he acted, the way that others acted to him. That's something that's going to be really potent over the long term. I'm a little bit unbridled with rage at the people on the so-called right side of the aisle that are lying about text messages that they had with Charlie, saying, oh, Israel assassinated him. I would very much like to gut punch some of those individuals.
That's a big Candace Owens thing, okay? Let's put the name out there that's probably the most associated with that argument, with the biggest audience. Candace Owens has been all over that angle.
Well, I wouldn't gut punch a woman, but yes, in this instance, yes, Candace Owens definitely being one of them. They're just wrong, they're liars, and they're stupid. So I'm going to move on from that. As to what this country does with this entire situation, the right side of the aisle, I'd say, Nige, has galvanized in a way that I haven't really seen them unified in a long time. I think it has spurned this idea of this Republican midterm. It has closed a lot of old divisions. And I got to say, if there is a way to meld the establishment and the populists together, this may have been the thing that did so.
And the other aspect of this story, and this is something that I don't think it's the most important, Tony, but it's in our face the most, is the reaction to the death of Charlie Kirk. And at first it was trolls on social media. Okay, some people may get fired. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But now the media, who we've said before, national media, sometimes you can't hate enough. And this is coming from guys that work in the media. The narrative they're trying to shift, at least from an ABC and CNN perspective, is that, well, this was a shooting done out of love. Did you see those text messages from the shooter to his roommate / lover / trans side piece, whatever that is? Like, that's the angle that they're going with right now. This was a shooting done out of love, and I think that's really disgusting.
Of course it is, and we all knew this was going to happen. I said this at the time, as soon as the first reports were coming out. You're going to see this shift from, oh, he's clearly a MAGA Republican guy, which made no sense at all. By the way, all of those people, especially from Indiana media who initially made those claims, have since gone silent. You have then the shift into, well, we don't. It's really unclear what the messages on the bullets were trying to communicate, and then it was, well, it really doesn't matter what side he was on. So he was on the left, but at least the trans person in the story is cooperating with feds. Now the story is, okay, well, maybe the trans guy hid stuff initially and didn't report him to the police, and maybe there's an actual trans network on Discord who was encouraging this kind of thing, but really it doesn't even matter. Really, the problem is that Trump hasn't condemned political violence, which is a lie. And then, of course, the ABC guy you talked about, who has since tripled down on his weird gay, furry, fetish, transgender romance novel. It's embarrassing to these people, you'd think, but they don't have any shame.
Is this why you see people like Greg Gutfeld, the few at a national level that are not afraid to speak their mind, they're not afraid to go against the grain in, I don't want to say off the rails mode here, hat tip to Rob, but Gutfeld, I think, has been the voice of a lot of us this past week with his anger and his rage on television.
Yeah, especially the soft-handed Republican moderates who just really, really, really want the left to like them. This idea that, well, Melissa Hortman in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, she was also assassinated. Yep. That's true, but it was not the same thing. It is not the same situation. Gutfeld pointed that out very well, and I want to make it clear since then that, again, it's interesting that you mentioned Rob. Recently he and I have disagreed on redistricting, but right now there is a semblance, this anger inside the right side of the aisle that is at these people who are trying to manipulate their silly little arguments into dumbing down the murder of Charlie Kirk or lessening it. And I just don't think it's effective. I think instead what you're going to see is those on the right unifying over this greatly.
Tony Kinnett, host of the Tony Kinnett Cast, 7 o'clock weeknights here on 93 WIBC. Also, investigative reporter for Daily Signal. Tony, we often talk about on the right how cancel culture is a bad thing, and a lot of people have been fired for their beliefs on the right. But now it seems like people are getting fired for saying things negative about Charlie Kirk and his death, the way he was assassinated. Are we okay with cancel culture now with these vicious attacks on social media from prominent people, from people that are in the news media, from teachers to doctors that are being fired now, or as you could put it under the caption of cancel culture?
So, again, the idea that cancel culture is what's going on here is completely ridiculous. That's not the case.
Okay.
The cancel culture idea came out of the Me Too movement, and the idea that if you weren't willing to come out and say Harvey Weinstein is a bad man, or you had a tweet from 15 years ago where you said, I don't think men are women, then that meant you could lose your entire career because you didn't say something in the exact same way they wanted.
Yep.
That's not what's going on here. Here you have people who are openly celebrating the death, the political assassination of a person, not even an elected official. And they are celebrating it openly. I'm sorry, I don't want you teaching my children if you're openly celebrating the death of people you politically disagree with. That is an action. That's not just you saying, I think that Republicans have some good points, cancel him. No, this is, I celebrate the death of a father and a husband, and I want to see it again. You should be fired. You should be ostracized from society. And if you don't know the difference between those two things, you weren't smart enough to have this conversation in the first place. Go back to school, read a book.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tony. I've said from the beginning here, context is important. To me, and it feels like this is ridiculous, I have to say it out loud, there's a difference between saying, you know what, I'm not sure these vaccines are working, as opposed to, I'm glad Charlie Kirk is dead and I hope that he's worm food, which is something I've seen on social media.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there.
I'm just going to point out, I was dragged to the HR office of Indianapolis Public Schools because this one goober saw me tweet, rest in peace, Rush Limbaugh. Now some of those same individuals, oh no, happen to be in the unemployment line because they celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. So the only thing I can say is, LOL, cope and seethe, you deserved it.
What have you been to a Turning Point USA event before? What are they like, and what's that going to look like moving forward?
So I have. I actually, Charlie Kirk himself had invited me to speak to a Turning Point event in Florida a couple of years ago, and I've been to a couple of conferences since then with the Daily Signal. I can say that they're pretty normal. There's actually less of a focus on politics than you'd think. There's more of a focus on faith and the family and just being a decent person. And again, you don't have to take my word for it. You go look up some videos of Turning Point conferences yourself. Now they are in the tens of thousands of chapter requests. There are those in Indianapolis right now whose small Catholic schools, let's say, may have rejected a high school Turning Point chapter before that I would highly recommend not reject again. There's going to be a lot in the future of Turning Point USA. And again, I think this is a cultural shift towards moving the Overton window from this weird far left space back to the center.
One more thing here before we hit a break, and then I want to get your thoughts on Kash Patel just dropping fire at the Senate hearing in Washington yesterday. But you've mentioned that, Charlie Kirk had reached out to you. You talked about your experience of him inviting you to a Turning Point event. What type of dude, like politics aside, what type of dude was Charlie? Because we're starting to see more and more of that, right? I love the picture of him doing a football workout with Jimmy Garoppolo, right? I love the video of a Turning Point event where he's debating Jordan against LeBron with somebody. Some fun stuff, not political. It feels like there was a lot of that to Charlie that a lot of people didn't see.
I mean, Charlie was just funny. He was just extremely encouraging. He often challenged me to be a better husband and a father, but also, he would tease me. When you go speak, you have like favorite ties that you might wear. One of my favorite ties, believe it or not, came from American Eagle, and he would tease me about that. Well, a couple weeks ago, I reminded him, hey, man, having a favorite tie be American Eagle, that's not such a bad thing right now.
With the Sydney Sweeney. I see what you did there. Okay. Come back for one more segment, okay?
You got it.
Tony Kinnett's with us. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99% or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841 and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
This fall sports season, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. If you're ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro, they've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and I'll automatically enter to win some cool prizes at TRTMVP.com.
Synergen X and the Low T Center, they want you to feel better. And when you set up a free TRT consultation, not only will you be on the fast track to take care of yourself, but you could win some great prizes. You could win autographed sports merch, tickets to local sporting events. They pick winners every single week. And ladies, you can enter too. It's not just for guys. Book right now at TRTMVP.com. Free TRT consultation. Book that appointment, TRTMVP.com.
Retirement isn't just about reaching the finish line, it's about knowing how to play the next movement. Without a plan, your savings can feel like noise instead of music. I'm Jason Hutchins with Guardian Wells Financial. I've seen too many families head into retirement without the guidance they need. That's why I wrote Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. I'd like to mail you a copy at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929. Inside this book, you'll find real-world strategies on turning savings into income, making smarter Social Security decisions, and reducing a bite of taxes in retirement. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 for your book today. Don't wait. Supplies are limited, and when they're gone, they are gone. Orchestrate your retirement. Discover the rhythm of a confident future.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wealth Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Call 317-660-0929.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Freegie and Freegie Auctioneers present the Big Boy Toy Auction September 26th at noon and September 27th at 10 a.m. hosted by Auto Dealers Exchange and sponsored by John Jones Auto Group. License number AC312000002.
Heat and cool your man cave, attic, garage, or bonus room without adding ductwork with Mitsubishi Electric ductless mini splits.
To find out more, just go to absolutecomfort.org.
Catch Hammer and Nigel live from the Fall Home and Outdoor Living Show this Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Grand Park Events Center in Westfield. They'll be checking out over 200 vendors, home displays, and all the fun happening at the show.
Matt Fair has a look at the roads.
All right, Hammer South Side crash southbound 65 before Keystone Avenue, blocking the left lane and stopping traffic into the south split, delayed 18 minutes. Southbound 65 at 70 jammed, north split to the south split, that's also an 18-minute delay. Eastbound 70, 9-minute delay from Belmont into the south split. Inbound 65, stop and go 29th to Meridian, and inbound 70 slows at Rural into the north split. Crash on the east side, Mithofer south of 16th, and on the northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior designer. Visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Sunshine and 85 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
Back with Tony Kinnett, investigative reporter at the Daily Signal, and the host of the Tony Kinnett Cast, coming up after our show, 7 o'clock tonight. Yesterday, Kash Patel woke up in the morning and chose violence. He knew he was going into the lion's den, into the Senate hearing, and Cory Booker was going to try to make an ass of himself, because that's what Cory does. Adam Schiff was going to try to make an ass of himself, because that's what Adam Schiff does. But Kash wasn't having it yesterday, Tony.
No, and I'll say, again, Kash Patel, we knew he was going to go up. He was going to have a shouting match with Shifty Schiff. We knew he was going to get in the boxing ring with angry eyes, never poops Cory Booker. But the opportunity of a lifetime. You wake up as a kid, you pray for a snow day. As an adult, I wake up and I pray Mazie Hirono is in the Senate committee hearing today. That woman could not tie her shoes if she had Velcro straps.
What happened yesterday with those two?
Oh, man. Mazie Hirono says, so I noticed that you have pull-up as a requirement for FBI agent training if they go to Quantico. Are you aware that women aren't able to do pull-ups? And the silence in the room was beautiful. He's like, yeah, I mean, you try to put handcuffs on a guy, you should probably have the back muscles to actually rest him to the ground. And she's like, well, you know that women can't do pull-ups, which, again, amazing how the left suddenly knows what a woman is. Right. Number two, I don't really want my cops, whether they're men or women, getting manhandled by criminals. I don't think that's a good look for your town if your police officer says, stop right there, and he gets pushed over by a strong wind. Standards are a good thing, boys and girls.
How do you think Kash Patel is doing as FBI director? He's been getting some criticism, put out some information that was not exactly true at the beginning of the last week of the assassination, where he said that they had caught two suspects. But other than that, how do you think he's been doing?
I would say that I think he's doing a lot better than he's given credit for, because being the head of the FBI is not like being a wizard with a magic wand. There's a meme I love of Chris Farley in the van down by the river sketch, who was screaming at Bill Barr, saying, for the love of God, arrest somebody. And there's this idea that we think the government should be like that, and it's just not. Otherwise, you get Sean Diddy Combs cases where you charge him with everything and he gets away with almost everything. I think so far Kash Patel's done a far better job than, let's say, the Attorney General.
Sure, and I'm with you on that. But I think Kash had set the bar pretty high. Like, he talked a big game about the Epstein stuff. He kind of set the bar so high that anything less than that seems like it's a failure. Does that make sense?
Gentlemen, let me give you the golden principle of development. You over-deliver and you under-promise, not the other way around, and that will be always the grief of politicians.
What's coming up on the big show tonight?
We are digging into Nepal and the way that the left basically can now use Discord to start a violent revolution in under a half an hour. Nothing else like it.
Wow.
Check it out tonight, 7 o'clock, the Tony Kinnett cast. Tonus, my man, thank you.
Thanks, guys. You're the best.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-951-4279 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-951-4279. That's 800-951-4279. What do you have to lose? Call 800-951-4279. Again, 800-951-4279.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Come celebrate the 52nd Annual New Earth Festival September 27th and 28th in historic Atlanta, Indiana. Free admission and over 600 vendors offering handmade arts, crafts, antiques, and collectibles. Free entertainment all weekend with 6 live bands sponsored by County Commissioner Mark Harebrand. Plus, a free kids zone with 5 bounce houses. Plus, culinary delights to tempt your taste buds all weekend. You can skip the drive and arrive in style on the Nickel Plate Express train. Visit AtlantaIndiana.com for more information. That's AtlantaIndiana.com.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. For service today.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the take care of my family goal. This is the enjoy the life I've built goal. This is the set up a foundation goal. This is Busey, where your goals become lasting legacies. Through bespoke plans that maximize your wealth, through partnerships that give you peace of mind. Because building wealth, tending to it, and passing it down secures a brighter future. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
See a wreck on 465? Find a new pothole on your way to work? You can let Matt Bear know and help out your fellow travelers. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393 and join the text club.